So we are joined live by Inov Sectionov. He is the Indonesia Program Manager with the International Rhino Foundation. So all of us in our lives should aspire to be as passionate about something as Inov is. Over 20 years experience working to conserve rhinos in the wild and educate the public about how important and wonderful they are. So Inov, thank you so much for joining us today and for being a part of our Global Biodiversity Festival.
Thank you, Jesse. Hi, everyone.
Joe's hanging out in the background too. We're all just so pleased to have you. Rhinos are one of our favorite group of creatures here at the BioFest. And so if you want to dive in with your presentation, we'd love to see what you have to share with us and do a Q&A when we're done.
Thank you so much, Jesse. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm Inov Sectionov. I'm working for the International Rhino Foundation, and I'm the IRF Indonesian Program Manager. We would like to talk about the Indonesian rhino fighting the extinction. As you know, that totally there's from the 5 species rhino in the world, we have white rhino, black rhino, greater one-horned rhino, and Indonesia has got 2 of the world's 5 rhino species, which is Javan rhino, or the family name is Rhino sondaicus. The population, the last census that conducted by the government of Indonesia mentioned that only left 76 individuals. And while the Sumatran rhino, this Rhino sumatransis, more or less 80 individuals left. And then some of the experts, some of people believe that this population is declining very fast over the years. So I would like to back with the Javan rhino that actually the 76 individual, this is good number compared with 10 years ago. That 10 years ago, the population approximately only 50 to 60. Because of the a good protection from the government of Indonesia and then local community that we support, we established, we call the Rhino Protection Unit. And then we also try to make of the habitat management, and we call Javan Rhino Study Conservation Area in Ujung Kulon National Park. As you can see, this is Ujung Kulon National Park area in the west corner of the Java Island. This is national park, and then successful the government Indonesia and the local community that we support, the Rhino Protection Unit can stop the poacher, and then it makes increasing of the population of the Javan rhino in Ujung Kulon. For you all of your information, the Javan rhino now only exists in this area. There is no Javan rhino anymore outside this location. It was 2011, the last Javan rhino population outside Indonesia was in Vietnam, the Cát National Park. But 2011, IRF and WWF has declared that there was no Javan rhino anymore in that country. So this is the stronghold of the Javan rhino right now. So what the threat for the Javan rhinos, you know, if you can see back this one, they have, they call the Krakatoa, the very active volcano. And then the story is 1883, it's a long time ago, that was the eruption almost covered half of the world with this ashes at the time. And then it was very, very damaged all the areas surrounding of that location, including with the Ujung Kulon. And now this Krakatoa mountain, the volcano, is becoming big, and then nowadays there's eruption every day. And this is this obvious threat for the Javan rhino. And then 2018, in the right photo, you can see that was tsunami in near the Ujung Kulon. Actually, it's impact for the Ujung Kulon National Park as well. But luckily at the time, there was no rhino kill of the tsunami. But this is the real threat. We don't know when this volcano will will give the eruption the same like at 1883. So, as you know, that the primary threats for Javan and Sumatran rhino is a human encroachment. As you know, that this as the developing country that we have, there's still economic people still eat a land, and then they do the illegal logging, poaching, degradation habitat, and for sure infrastructure development. And then this is some of the picture that we have the RPU can find during the patrol within the national park. So this is a rhino protection unit that we have. There's more than 20 years, and then IRF has supported this program. We work very closely with the government of Indonesia. This program is unique collaboration. We support the government of Indonesia. So in one unit consists 4 people. The 1 people from the government as the head of unit, as a ranger, and then they can carry the gun, and 3 of the local people on the unit help and work together with the ranger, patrol at least 15 days a month, sometimes 20 days, depending on the situation in the ground. And then what they do, that they carry more than 50 pounds per trip, and then enter the national park to do the patrol, to detect the poaching track, and then they also collect the data about the rhino. For example, like a direct sighting or secondary sign of the rhino. But rhino is the umbrella species. This team also collect the data from whatever data that they can find during the patrol. For example, for instance, Sumatran tiger, elephant, sun bear, and sometimes there's a pangolin. This is kind of the flying camp that we have in the forest. So we just stop whatever that we want. Usually we stop near the river because we need the water or something like that. In this location, we only stay 1 or maximum 2 days, and then we move again to track the rhino, and then also the protect this habitat. And then sometimes people also cross the river, and then to enter this location that we want to explore, and then they want to track. So all of the people, all the group, we give them the GPS, and then all the data that they they're getting, and then they will put it directly to the map, and then we use the system we call the smart system, So all the GPS coordinate on the evidence during the patrol, that they can transfer directly to the system and smart, and then we can see after coming back from the field where is the location, and then the pattern of the rhino protection unit patrol and survey. And then they also, if they find if they find the footprint of the rhino. They will measure and then put it on the collecting data. From this data, we can estimate at least in that area how many rhino exist and then utilize that location. Even though this is not accurate, because one rhino to the other rhino, sometimes they have the same what's it called size of the footprint. So this is just a indicate of the how many estimation of the rhinos surrounding that area on the rhino protection unit patrol. And then sometimes they also making the plaster cast of the footprint, and then we can bring to the base camp and then analyze and then make the collection of this the footprint of the Sumatran or Javan rhino. So sometimes we also patrol the river. We mostly poacher and then illegal activity and entering from the river. So the rhino protection unit, they use the boat to patrol to check any kind of the illegal activity or some. This is kind of the what kind of the evidence that we can find within the patrol. For example, this is a traditional gun, and then we can find the skeleton or from many of the animals, and then also like a chainsaw from the illegal logger. And then most of these one of the main tasks of the RP to collect the sling of that many within the national park. This is style one of the poacher how to capture the wildlife. They use the snare, a sling to get the animal. This is mostly for the big mammal. For example, like we found like a tapir, Sumatran tiger. It's very rarely for the elephant, the sun bear. Also, they use this for the barking deer, sambar deer. The last evidence for the rhino, Sumatran rhino, we found this a long time ago. This is 2002 in BBS National Park. But it's also this is traditional gun that we can get from the illegal poacher. This is one of the results of what the RPU has been done during the patrol and then survey. So this, beside the rhino protection unit, we also support the government and then to restore the habitat within the national park, because we realize that some of the location like Waikambas National Park, Ujung Kulon, or BBS, there are some location that we need to restore because, for example, in Waikambas, every year there is a forest fire, and then the habitat after the forest fire is becoming a grassland, and then this is not good for the big mammal like Sumatran rhino, elephant rhino, tiger, and then also tapir. And then we try to restore this area within the national park. This is an example from the drone. When we start 2020, this is empty location. It was becoming a grassland, and then working with the local community, with the government at the time, we tried to restore by planted more than 20,000 seedling, and then this is the project that we try to conduct it. The above picture before started, and then this one in the end of 2020, the picture we can make location as the is becoming forest again, and then this a good habitat to invite more wildlife come to utilize this area. So we have the proof like many animal come back to that area, utilize that, use that area. You can see this is some of picture that I can took at the time. Like we have the pangolin, we can find a pangolin, and then many birds. So far that we have identified more than 50 species of the bird, and then also the mammal, and then we also can get the picture and video of the Sumatran tiger using this area. This is a very good program, and then thank you. I would like to give my appreciation with the local community that support us to make this happen. And back to the Sumatran rhino, as you know, that population of Sumatran rhino is declining very fast over the years, and then government of Indonesia with the stakeholder, a partner of the government of Indonesia, we made the call emergency action plan for the Sumatran rhino. As we know, lost habitat, poaching, demand of rhino horn, and then we also know that a lack of knowledge about the reproduction and sex ratio of the Javan for the Sumatran rhino. So nowadays, Sumatran rhino habitat we only can find Sumatran rhino in the 3 locations within Sumatra, northern Sumatra and then southern Sumatra. Nowadays that we have one axis, we call the Sumatran rhino sanctuary, that this has already 8 individual Sumatran rhino right now, and then we want to copy paste this program to the northern. We want to capture them, consolidate them, and then bring it to the Sumatran rhino. So now in the northern, we are on progressing to make the other Sumatran rhino, and then we want to capture them, translocate them, and then establish Sumatran rhino in Aceh in the northern area. And then we want to breed them, and then hopefully after produce a lot of baby, we can release them back to the habitat. I would like to mention that very, I think last month, we, in the end of the March, it was born 24th of March 2000, we have a new baby Sumatran rhino at this facility. If I can, this is the video when the Sumatran rhino was born at the time. So she was a very hairy, we call it hairy rhino. It's very cute. And then this is, we have the other video of the baby rhino when she was in 1 month or 2 months old, playing with her mom. Yeah, this is a tiny rhino compared with the other rhino, and then hairy, just close to the woolly rhino. So they are wallowing every day. This is part of the behavior of the Sumatran rhino. So approximately only 80 Sumatran rhino left in total. We need a comprehensive, unified approach to avoid extinction and start to recover the species. I think that's all, and then I hope you enjoy, and then thank you very much. We appreciate all your support, and then save the rhino.
Thank you so much, and what a spectacular footage of the baby rhino. My God, what a glorious animal that is. No wonder you're so in love with them and their conservation. I'm curious, when you have a baby like that, how much care goes into it? How many people are involved in making sure that no one comes near, you can protect it for the long term? Like, that seems like quite the enterprise for you guys as a team.
Ravi, would you please to repeat again?
Yeah, I was just wondering, when you have a baby born like that, obviously more care is needed, more people are needed, more resources. What does that actually look like to help protect that infant and protect the mother over the course of the first little bit of its life?
Well, during the time that this is in a sanctuary, right? This is not in the wild area. That at the time when the baby born, this is the vet is very involved when the rhino baby was born, and then this is not many people can go there at the time, and then there's very few people involved when the rhino was born, but this is the effort from the field team to make this happen. This is we are very appreciate, and then support from the international. And at the time during the baby born, we involve two vet as expert of the Sumatran rhino, Dr. Scott Citino from the White Oak, and then experienced keeper from the Cincinnati Zoo. For as you know that the first Sumatran rhino was born in captivity in Cincinnati Zoo was a long time ago in 2000, early 2001. So we learned a lot the experience from this expert, how to tackle, how to handle of the rhino breeding, and then how to keep the pregnancy of the Sumatran rhino until they can deliver of this baby of rhino. Actually, Jesse, this is not easy to have this baby. We established this Sumatran Rhino Sanctuary, this facility, in 1996,
okay.
and then until now we only have 3 rhino.
Wow.
Baby, and then first Sumatran rhino was born in 2012, and then the second baby rhino that we have 2016, and now there's 2012. That's for your information that the window what's it called, they can breeding the Sumatran rhino. They are solitary, right? They are solitary rhino. So each of them only can meet at each other. Only the window estrus or cycle of the reproduction for the female only 3 days, and then from the 3 days, there's only 1 day they can make a baby.
Wow.
To get the so over the day, so the female doesn't want to meet with the male.
Yeah.
So they have to wait the next month, the next window to have a breed. This is we can manage in the nation, the facility that we still involve the what's you call the human intervention still there. Can you imagine that how about in the wild situation?
Yeah.
How about this in the wild situation? And then if they cannot meet at the 3 days, window, male and female meet, and then we have to wait. So this is one of the factor beside the poaching activity make the declining of the small-horned rhino population, in my understanding.
Absolutely. And this is something that we come to with a lot of big creatures around the world, is that they have these reproductive challenges, which make it that much more difficult to preserve them. But again, a testament to your work at the International Rhino Foundation and your whole career. You've done such an amazing job of sort of making it clear that we can protect these animals in the wild and sort of quasi-captivity as well. I do want to make sure that our audience has a chance to check out rhinos.org. All the work that you do is there, so people can see more of those stories, see those videos, and so much more. Inov, I know we could talk all day about rhinos. Time flies when you're having fun here in the Global Biodiversity Festival. So I will encourage people to head to your site, check out the other programs you've done with us online before. They're all on YouTube for people to see. And I just really appreciate you being a part of our Global Biodiversity Festival today.
Thank you, Jesse.